One of the most asked questions after today's announcement was how would traveling to Cuba change? The new policy would ease restrictions, but it won't mean anyone would be allowed to visit the island. Team 6 anchor Keith Jones is live from Port Miami to explain all the changes. Keith?
Correct. Let's be clear here. That ban, the travel ban, still in place right now. However, there are 12 categories allowing visitors from the U.S. A couple of those include journalists, government officials, those doing research, and those on educational trips. And it's that education category that could really blow things open. That's according to a Cuban travel expert we spoke to by Skype tonight. And another industry champing at the bit here, the cruise industry. It's not the days of old, the 50s, when Cuba was a vacation destination, people seeking fun in the Cuban sun, Carnival-cluttered streets, or its once illustrious casino industry. But the communist island still sees 3 million tourists a year, and with today's developments, Cuban travel expert Christopher Baker, who's been there over 70 times, believes Cuba could once again be a destination.
I mean, this is what we've been waiting for a long time.
As travel to Cuba policy sits now, the U.S. government allows certain categories to visit. People to people is one, or family. Education is a category that Baker believes could be rewritten and within weeks allows tourism gates to open.
If Obama creates a general license for any U.S. citizen to go for educational activity, that potentially could essentially be equivalent of lifting a travel ban.
Hand in hand with tourism goes cruising. The problem now, the Helms-Burton law, which prohibits U.S. ships in Cuban waters. And according to the cruise industry foremost expert, Stuart Sharon, once restrictions are modified, Cuba is literally around the corner.
You're going to be able to find sailings that are going to go on 3, 4, or 5-night itineraries, visiting Cuba, and the prices are going to skyrocket.
Since Cuba has been taboo and off limits for decades, the novelty is the draw. Other Caribbean ports may suffer as Cuban ports steal sea business.
Personally, I think Nassau, which is having its own crime issues right now, it could be left off the itineraries of a lot of cruises.
It's a lot to talk about as the two governments have to revisit relation policy. Tourism and cruising to Cuba, though, is now a wait-and-see game. How long of a wait? Well, we'll have to wait and see here. President Obama did commission Secretary of State John Kerry to visit with Cuba about relation talks after the first of the year, so we could know more about travel restrictions or lack thereof sometime short after. Near the port tonight, Keith Jones, NBC 6, South Florida.